Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you enjoy yourself.
This is a tale of a clumsy cat and his wonderful adventures of overcoming his own fear. Whiskers was not like other cats. While most of his feline friends walked with silent grace, he bumbled through life like a rolling ball of fluff. He knocked over water bowls, tripped on his own tail, and once, rather impressively, managed to fall off a windowsill while sitting perfectly still. The other cats in the neighborhood often watched in amusement, or mild horror, as Whiskers attempted his daily activities. "Whiskers, how do you manage to be a cat and still be this clumsy?" asked Bella, a sleek black cat who prided herself on her elegance. Whiskers sighed. "I don't know. It just happens." Despite his clumsiness, Whiskers was a cheerful cat. He never let his accidents ruin his day. But deep inside, he wished he could be as graceful as the others. He tried practicing careful steps, balancing on fences, and even copying the delicate way Bella flicked her tail. Nothing worked. One day, the cats gathered near the big oak tree in the park. They were watching a tiny kitten named Pip, who had been playing a game of Chase the Butterfly. In his excitement, Pip had climbed too high and was now stuck on a branch, meowing for help. "Oh no," cried Bella. "Someone needs to get him down." Leone, the strongest cat in the group, puffed out his chest. "I'll do it," he declared. He leaped onto the tree trunk, but the branch was too thin for his big paws. With a huff, he jumped back down. "Too risky," he muttered. "I could climb up," suggested Daisy, the tiny tabby. "But what if I get stuck too?" The cats all looked at each other, unsure of what to do. Then Whiskers stepped forward. "I'll do it," he said. The other cats exchanged worried glances. "Whiskers, you're not exactly the best climber," Bella pointed out. "I know," said Whiskers, "but I have to try." With a deep breath, Whiskers placed his front paws on the tree trunk. He wobbled but held on. Slowly, he climbed, slipping once, but catching himself just in time. His tail swayed wildly behind him, and every now and then, he let out a tiny oops when his paws missed their mark. The other cats held their breath as Whiskers reached the branch where Pip was trembling. "It's okay, Pip," he said gently. "I'm here to help." Pip's tiny eyes were wide with fear. "But how will we get down?" Whiskers thought for a moment. Then, he carefully positioned himself so Pip could climb onto his back. "Hold on tight," he said. Slowly, carefully, Whiskers climbed down. His heart pounded as he felt his paws slip slightly, but he dug his claws into the bark and held on. The other cats watched in awe as Whiskers, the clumsiest cat they knew, made his way safely back to the ground. As soon as he landed, Pip jumped off his back and nuzzled him. "Thank you, Whiskers. You're my hero." The other cats burst into cheers. "Whiskers, that was amazing," said Bella. "I can't believe it," said Leone. "You're not just clumsy, you're brave." Whiskers blinked in surprise. "I am?" "Of course," said Daisy. "Even though you were scared, you didn't let that stop you. That's what real bravery is." Just as the celebration began, a loud whoosh came from the nearby riverbank. A strong gust of wind had pushed a basket into the water, and inside, a frightened puppy yelped for help. The cats gasped. "That poor pup!" Bella cried. "We have to do something." "But how?" asked Leone. "Cats hate water." Whiskers took a deep breath. He had just conquered his fear of heights. Why not try water next? Without hesitating, he dashed toward the river, his paws slipping slightly on the damp grass. The other cats watched in disbelief. With an awkward but determined leap, Whiskers jumped into the river. The cold water shocked him, but he paddled forward, his fluffy tail floating behind him. The basket bobbed ahead, moving with the current. "Hang on, little pup," Whiskers called out, his voice half filled with determination, half filled with panic as he flailed his paws. The puppy whimpered, curling into a ball as the basket rocked. Whiskers pushed harder, his splashes getting bigger and more dramatic. He reached out a paw, missed, tried again, and finally managed to hook a claw onto the edge of the basket. The river was pulling him fast, but Whiskers wasn't about to let go. He kicked and paddled, his heart racing as he struggled against the current. The other cats cheered from the shore, their tails flicking anxiously. With one final push, Whiskers steered the basket toward a low-hanging branch. He latched onto it with his front paws, and used his back legs to shove the basket onto the shore. The puppy tumbled out, shaking with fear, but safe. The cats erupted into cheers. "Whiskers, you did it," shouted Bella. "You saved the puppy." Soaking wet, panting, and looking even fluffier than usual, Whiskers climbed onto the shore. The puppy licked his nose in gratitude. "You're the best cat ever," the puppy barked. Leone shook his head in amazement. "Whiskers, you're not just brave, you're a hero." Whiskers, still catching his breath, let out a little laugh. "Maybe I'm a little clumsy, but I guess that doesn't mean I can't be a hero too." From that day on, the other cats never teased Whiskers about his clumsiness again. Instead, they saw him for what he truly was, fearless, kind-hearted, and always ready to help. And though he still knocked over water bowls and tripped on his own tail, he never let his clumsiness stop him from doing what was right. Moral of the story: what makes you different can also make you special. Sometimes, we focus too much on our flaws and forget that they can also be our strengths. Whiskers' clumsiness made him persistent, and his willingness to keep trying turned him into the hero of the day. Instead of wishing to be like others, we should embrace what makes us unique. True value is not found in perfection, but in the courage to rise despite our imperfections. No matter how different we are, there is always something wonderful about each of us. We just have to recognize and accept it.
Thanks for watching and enjoying our inspiring videos. If you like our stories, do pull in your likes and wonderful comments about your views. Also, don't forget to subscribe now for more interesting content. Have a nice day. Let's meet again soon. Take care.